The technology market has spent 2 years collapsing every form of autonomous AI into a single word: agent. But in GRC, that's a minimalistic perspective that misses the key element necessary to meet the needs of risk and compliance management. The governing question for AI automation in GRC is, can your auditor reconstruct what the AI did, why it did it, and under whose authority? Archer Evolv is different than generic AI. It is built for GRC. Let's set the stage with the differences between generic AI agents and purpose-built operators. Most generic AI agents consist of a loop, a large language model, a prompt, and a few tools. Impressive in a demo, but not defensible under audit. Archer Evolv approaches automation with purpose-built GRC-aware operators that make AI trustworthy in a compliance context with auditability, identity binding, scope constraints, justification, and human-in-the-loop review. These are not features you can retrofit. They are architectural commitments that must be made at the foundation. When it comes to automation, an auditor will first ask procedural questions that an operator built for GRC should answer natively. Every operator action needs to emit a structured, immutable record with the actor identity, model invoked, inputs, outputs, confidence score, justification, and downstream effects. These elements are not features but fundamental requirements, all built natively into Archer Evolv. In Archer Evolv, operators build defensible audit that gives you the digital trail you didn't have to build. The operators integrate natively with identity management systems. Configurable limits govern not just token usage but actions. Every output carries a calibrated confidence score on a consistent schema so reviewers compare apples to apples. And the model layer is abstracted. Organizations can swap or self-host foundation model providers without losing audit continuity. Each control gate in the request lifecycle, identity, scope, guardrails, model, justification, expert review, emits into a single immutable audit plane. By definition, an integrated approach to risk and compliance must move across the business regardless of system, operational unit, or corporate boundary. A GRC-aware operator is engineered to operate across those seams. Archer operators reason against your policies, controls, and evidence, reducing exposure of external misleading content. Cross-app integration enables the operators to gather the right data from the right sources. With expert in the loop built in by design, Archer Evolv operators enable the human oversight while producing consistent outcomes using guardrails driven by calibrated and supervised review. The next consideration is that the knowledge built into a generic agent is just that, generic. And Archer Evolv AI operators arrive preloaded with two distinct sources. The first is a pre-trained, expert-verified corpus of authoritative regulatory content that is parsed, normalized, segmented at the sentence level, and registered against the stable metadata schema covering jurisdiction, authority, publication date, and citation reference. The second is an anonymized, privacy-preserving signal drawn from how subject matter experts across the platform's community accept, reject, or utilize content. Every organization benefits from the community's expertise without exposing its own. This delivers day-one regulatory fluency with continuous expert-graded improvement. Neither can be replicated by prompting a general-purpose foundation model. The most consequential question a regulator, auditor, or board member can ask is also the simplest: why did you make that decision? Archer Evolv maintains a complete, queryable data lineage as a structured graph connecting every control to its origin. The chain runs from business profile through regulatory signals, authoritative sources, citation sections, extracted obligations, and finally to controls and control procedures. Every node carries structured attributes. Every link is a queryable relationship. This enables three things. First, from a top-down perspective, an auditor can trace any control back to the authoritative source that justifies its existence. Second, from the bottom up, your business operations can respond when a regulation changes, since Archer Evolv connects every affected obligation, control, business unit, and process. Through these connections, regulatory change management becomes a continuous workflow, not a quarterly project. And third, gaps become data. A control with no upstream citation can be flagged before it creates an issue and an obligation. With no downstream control can be identified as an unmitigated requirement. Modernizing around AI is an architectural decision, not a procurement one. For GRC, the selection is critical. Only auditability, identity enforcement, guardrails, schema, and expert supervision deliver a clear picture of a risk decision. For productivity, an agent may be sufficient, but for risk and compliance, you need control and defensible outputs. Archer Evolv's AI operators are built for organizations that understand that distinction. For more information, visit archerirm.com.